It's that special time of year again where Drew and I do a podcast. I, of course, being Scott. Drew, of course, being Drew. Good intro?
Wow. That's your second take?
No, it's my first take.
Oh, of course this is the first one. Yikes.
Strong start? Good start or the best start?
The best start. Everyone's very pleased with you today, Scott. That was a great job.
We haven't had 70% turn-offs
Good
yet in the
job.
You've got mail. You're a male. Hey, remember back in the 90s when AOL just assigned your gender? You didn't have to worry about it. You're like, oh, am I non-binary? I don't know. Just let's turn on AOL. Let's see what I have. You're a male.
But it's online, so you can have anyone.
That's true. You can be anyone online. Who are you online?
Who am I online?
Yeah.
I'll tell you who I am online. I'm a goddamn troll.
I'm Sarah Huckabee Sanders online.
Oh, God. That face. She is...
Yeah. Face I don't care for. The politics, sure. Great. I'm in, Sarah. But the face, we got to do something about the face. And folks, here's what you can do. Send a little bit of money to HTTPS. It's a secure HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. / www full stop. And now the important part. PayPal.me/NotScottHansen, and we promise we will put all of the proceeds towards getting Sarah Huckabee Sanders a better face. Hold on. Is Sarah the daughter of Mike Huckabee and Bernie Sanders?
Oh, shit.
Huckabee Sanders?
Huckabee Sanders.
They crossed party lines to make that?
They cross-pollinated.
The best they could do, we finally found something both sides could agree on, and it was making her.
They took a zebra and a donkey, and they made him fuck.
That you can make a zonkey.
You can make a zonkey.
Yeah, but that zonkey can't fuck. It can fuck. But
yeah, it can
you can fuck it.
It can fuck raw, and there's no problems.
That's true. Like, everyone's like, oh, it's too bad mules can't procreate. What are you talking about? Great.
Yeah, they don't have to wear a fucking condom
Raw
the rest
dog
of their
for life. Not like all those horses and donkeys that have to wear condoms.
Horse condoms, baby.
The big ones.
You can wear them on your legs when it rains outside, so you don't get your shoes
You can wear
wet.
them as galoshes.
Yeah.
Is galoshes a Canadian word?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I'm going to say yeah.
Write in. Tell us if you've heard the word galoshes for, like, rain boots before. Or is it, like, a British word? I feel like it's, at the very least, like a Commonwealth word, and, like, Americans don't know it. Or maybe they do. I don't know. Write in, guys. Give us a call. You know what number.
They're also known as Dickersons, gumshoes, rubbers, nice, or...
Rubbers, nice.
Or overshoes.
I don't... Dickersons is new to me.
It would...
Is it New Japan strong wrestler Chris Dickerson?
No, it's an American.
Okay.
It was invented by Charles Goodyear.
Oh, the Rubber Man.
Yeah.
That was his nickname, right?
Yeah, the rubber guy. Rubbers.
Rubber Man, Charles Goodyear. All right. So
I feel like we've already run out of steam, and we're like 30 seconds in.
That was our galoshes chunk. I don't know. We can do an intro. People love intros. In case...
Shout out R.I.P. Charles Grodin.
Yeah, R.I.P. a week ago, Charles Grodin.
Yeah.
I love breaking news on a thing we record a week in advance.
The dad from Beethoven.
Dad from Beethoven.
That's the only thing I've ever seen him in.
Popular... No, it's not, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But
he's in... Yeah.
Popular talk show panelist of the 70s and 80s. And Louis' doctor.
Right. Of course, on Louis. He's also
Wait.
Midnight Run. He's in...
Wait, what show is Charles Grodin the Doctor, and what show is Ricky Gervais the Doctor?
He's the doctor on he's Dr. Bigelow on Louis.
And is it Ricky Gervais on Curb?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We broke it down.
I feel like he's...
We broke down our excellent comedies by threatening Jews.
He really dropped off the face of acting for a while.
Oh, Grodin? Yeah, he just, like, stopped.
1994, and then 2006, and then 2012.
Oh, so he had like a chill 2 decades.
He must have made a good amount of money and just wanted to
I think he
live
made,
a regular life.
He made bank in the 70s and 80s, for sure. He was in tons of shit.
He won a Primetime Emmy.
For?
The Paul Simon special.
Of course, that's the next thing I was going to say.
And he was nominated for a Razzie Award.
Oh, no.
In 1981.
For?
Seems like old times. Chevy Chase, Goldie Hawn. Never heard of it, never seen it, but
no.
Good for him.
Good guy, Chevy Chase.
I didn't realize the Razzies were that old.
That's one of the first years. If you asked me when it started, I would have said 80 or 81. I like that IMDb lists Razzies as official awards.
Of course.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's authentic. Apparently, This is the wrong podcast to be talking about movies related.
I forgot.
The Razzie 1981 Razzie for movies in 1980.
Yeah.
Worst actor was so Neil Diamond for The Jazz Singer.
I don't see why.
Michael Beck for Xanadu.
Okay.
Richard Dreyfuss for The Competition. Mm-hmm. Sam J. Jones for Flash Gordon. Robert Blake, cool guy, Coast to Coast. Michael Caine, Dressed to Kill or The Island, one or the other. Kirk Douglas for Saturn III. I don't know, some bad sci-fi movie, I assume.
Hey, shit pays the bills, man.
Anthony Hopkins for A Change of Seasons.
Current best actor.
And Caitlyn Jenner, or I guess Bruce,
hold on. How could Caitlyn Jenner
can't stop the music
be nominated for worst actor? Wouldn't she be nominated for worst actress?
Oh, it's
Is this where we go full turf with the podcast?
It's a documentary about, or like a pseudo-autobiographical movie about the Village People.
Love it.
So you're telling me...
I feel like one of the bad movie podcasts did. I feel like either How Did This Get Made or The Flophouse.
You're telling me that Bruce Jenner is in a movie about gay people before realizing that...
Yeah, in 1980. Ahead of his own curve.
Well ahead. Look at you.
I hate it when people call me a TERF.
You're a TERF.
No, and here's why.
You're a serf?
One, I'm a serf.
I'm more of a serf and turf.
I'm a serf, and you're my feudal lord. No, let's break it down. What does TERF stand for? Trans Exclusionary Radical Feminist. In what universe am I a radical feminist? I am a trans exclusionary. The end.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I knew what TERF stood for, but also it's not like I hear the term TERF all the time.
Oh, I get called it every day?
Well, you deserve it.
Well, obviously by people who don't know me well, because anyone who knows me well knows I am not a radical feminist.
100%, you are not a radical feminist.
And that, all kinds of people get called that aren't that. Just call them transphobic. That's what they are. They're like, everyone calls J.K. Rowling a TERF. I think she's just transphobic.
I think she's just transphobic.
Yeah.
I love the idea of having to just constantly create new names for things.
I guess women get called TERFs more because the concept exists. There are people who are very pro women, but don't include trans women in that umbrella of women.
Yes.
So I get that, but most people, if they're not including trans people, they're just mostly anti-trans and not so much pro anything.
True.
But that's not us.
That is, in fact, not us.
Because we're both trans.
Species.
But, we're allies. Sort of. But we do, honestly...
we're allies as long as you're not a scaly. Or an avian.
Yeah.
Or multiple creatures combined together with weird colors and also wings and a tail.
Only naturally occurring colors, please.
Only natural occurring mammals.
Yeah. I guess we're kind of gatekeepy about that. But here's another thing. Everyone gets mad about gatekeeping. As far as I'm concerned, there should be more gatekeeping.
Jushin Okami?
Look,
he was the gatekeeper.
He was the gatekeeper. Look at 90% of every fandom. Those people need to be weeded out.
Correct.
How do you do it? Gatekeeping.
Gatekeeping.
More. If you take one thing away from this podcast.
Gatekeeping.
Hello, gatekeeping. You want mint on pillow? You want me to jerk you off?
Me love you long time.
I would love it at a hotel if gatekeeping knocked on my door in the morning and told me what sort of furry I was allowed to be. Or how I'm watching Rick and Morty wrong.
Yes.
I like that a lot, actually.
Those fuckers.
Yeah, but it's an old Latino woman.
Yes. Yeah.
Actually, you need high IQ to watch Rick and Morty.
Ugh. Getting angry just thinking about it.
I know. I apologize, but here we are.
But in fact, here we are.
What else is going on?
I don't know. I'm already out of energy. I'm running out of steam here already. And
what happened? We had some nice pizza.
We're 11 minutes in.
We had new pizza.
We had nude pizza.
Did you
ate pizza nude.
Okay, you did say nude pizza.
Yep.
Well, it's true, but I didn't think we were sharing that with the class.
Nope. I just feel like I have nothing funny to say today. I've run out of funnies.
I'm glad you were funny for the last 6 days. And then when it came to recording day, you brought nothing to the table.
I said the funniest two things I could think of off air because I wasn't allowed to say them on air. And so now,
That's true. We can say one of them.
I don't remember the Farouk one.
No. The Farouk one's funny.
Yeah, but I'm not allowed to say it. You said I'm glad you said it now because you can't say it later.
Oh, yeah, no, okay, no. I said a different acceptable funny thing about Farouk that we'll get to in the report. But no, your thing we definitely can't say. That's true. But we can talk about. Can we talk about the street I parked on?
You can. That's not even the other thing I was thinking of.
Okay, so we can't say the street.
The other one I was thinking of was the joke about school.
Oh, and how you're like school in the summertime? No class?
Mm-hmm. Fucking got me.
Anyway, so I parked on Nicola Street, and Drew asked me, is that like Ricola for black people? And I said, Drew, that's hilarious.
That is not. The thing the other thing I thought was funny was when I said I saw those ads for continuing education.
Oh, that's Ben. I don't think you should say that at all.
Yeah, that's the one I'm not allowed to say.
Yeah. That's it. But guys, even though we're not going to say it, just know it was about a different race. We're spreading out the racism today.
Yeah, we're going to spread out the racism. We're also going to talk about how this is an anti-Zionist podcast.
Well, that's abundantly clear. I think we'll get into that big on Thursday.
Big.
I think we might forego the 2008 Oscars.
2008 Oscars is out the window, and it is just us talking about the conflict between peaceful Muslims and crazy high-powered rifles and anti-aircraft carriers.
Conflict implies there's stuff going on both sides.
That is true.
And not a genocide.
I would just like to point out, they have been told they are allowed to defend their territory.
By every president since Eisenhower.
I like
fucking
that
cowards.
Okay, let's get into this on Thursday.
Okay.
This one is not the Israel podcast. This is the In Your House 11 podcast.
11, you say? In Your House 11, never forget. Is that what they say?
Is it a 9?
It's not a
10, 11. Almost forgot.
That's true. 9, 12
or 10, 11. Just forgot.
10, 11. It's been a month. Get over it.
What a world to live in where you don't have to get to the airport an hour ahead of time.
Yeah, just show up and walk.
Show up and get on the plane,
or chase down your jilted lover, like right to the gate
as they get on the airplane,
and then have
you can just pop your head on the airplane
in the fucking plane, and then you can I don't know, my best friend's wedding it, Notting Hill it. What's an actual movie where that happens?
I can only think of several episodes of Friends.
Yeah, it's most episodes of Friends.
And that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a real sitcom, 90s sitcom thing.
I think there's definitely some movies, though.
Only movie related to like running to get on a plane is Home Alone 2.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Argo.
Or Argo. Home Alone 2, where he doesn't even have to show he has a
imagine.
ticket.
Yeah.
It literally just collides with her, and he goes, well, I had when it was in my hand. They're like, all right, just get on the plane.
Go ahead.
Just go ahead, get on the plane.
You're not made of bombs.
Yeah, you're not a child.
That's before Saudi Arabia started making white kids out of bombs.
Make the baby out of the bomb. Make the baby out of bombs, and then babies can't go on planes.
What if you make the whole plane out of the bomb?
Awful. Oh boy.
So anyway, I guess wrestling.
I'm out of energy already.
What happened to you?
I don't know.
Drink a Papillon.
Maybe I'm just not as invested in this as you are. Maybe we should replace me.
But can we keep recording at your place?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, we just fixed the audio.
Why not?
By the way, y'all are welcome in advance for how nice this sounds.
Was there any complaints?
No. But I don't know. From me, I'm a
there's no echo. There's less echoes. There's no pops.
I think this is considerably less of an echoey nightmare than last week.
Yeah, especially for a person talking into a wall, essentially.
Yeah.
And the sliding door to my
starring Gwyneth Paltrow
to my balcony
and Gwyneth Paltrow.
Have you seen it?
I have.
It's very good.
It is good. It's got that good Aqua song. Turn Back Time.
You mean all of them?
I mean, yeah. Honestly, it's got one of dozens of good Aqua songs.
It's got one of the bangers from Aqua's entire discography of bangers.
An Aqua ballad.
A ballad. Yeah, it does. No, but the sliding door to my balcony is partially open, and you guys aren't hearing shit. But I'm currently hearing seagulls.
I did hear a gull. You never kill a seabird.
I'm hearing lots of vehicles driving.
Like gay sex going on Davie Street.
That's the apartment.
This apartment?
My apartment is gay. And it has sex with the other apartments.
Oh, the physical apartment is gay.
Yes.
Okay.
Physically, I live in an apartment that is identifies as a
you live in a boy
homosexual apartment
that has sex with other boy apartments.
Yes, it's a bottom.
I can't see you living in a top.
No.
What do we describe ourselves as to shape? Oh, we're both non-penetrative
Yeah,
bottoms.
we're non-penetrative bottoms.
He's like, so how are you bottoms? I'm like, I don't know. We have bottom energy.
Yeah. Like, we're not the ones out there looking for butts.
Yeah, we're not out there looking for non-penetrative sex. We let non-penetrative sex come to us.
Yes. Yeah, we are not actively out there, like, standing in a park or like in a forested area just off the path, sort of rubbing our junk and making eye contact to, like, entice passersby to come over and take a gander.
We're lying at home on a bed with too many pillows.
Yeah, face down,
wearing a silk see-through robe.
On our phones, on Etsy.
On Etsy. Yep.
Just letting whatever happens happen.
That's the move.
Yeah. I don't want to put any effort or time into doing this.
Setting up a Pinterest account.
Yep. Clearing my browser history. Which, speaking of, I should probably do soon, considering we're using my computer so much.
True.
But
who are you trying to impress?
I don't know. It's all that Fox porn I've been looking up.
Sluts.
Not even the good stuff either. Just like low quality.
Low res.
Yeah, low res, low quality Fox porn.
Fox News porn?
Or also Wonder Club, which I still have saved here.
Wonder Club.
It was
that's the
smut magazines.
The PDFs of smut.
Yeah.
From decades past.
Every decade you can think of.
For $100.
Yeah, some of them are stupid. Hucksters, Hoaxes, and Hustlers. Community Affairs. American Trash.
Are those individual names of magazines, or what was that the description of one thing in a magazine?
Those were descriptions of things in the magazine.
The January 1996 edition of Chérie, which I believe is French for pussy.
Features 1 dream date giveaway. See the winner bathe and nude model, and naked babe trims your Xmas tree.
I wonder if that
22 on the road.
You think that giveaway is still valid? Could we enter?
Well, we'd have to get the $70 PDF format of the magazine. Original magazine physical format, but it's sold out. You can only
so they have some originals.
You can only buy digital. It's got Lisa Ann in it.
I think we should don't talk to me like I've heard of.
She's the one who did Sarah Palin. Was the fake Sarah Palin.
I thought Mr. Palin was the one who did Sarah Palin.
Got him. Oh shit! I 100% recognize this magazine right here. I 100%.
Oh, you recognize the magazine,
the magazine cover?
Oh,
100.
Were you a big Cherie guy?
No, but I definitely
in when you were what, 8?
Get over it.
You had a weird childhood.
You're a weird childhood.
I have given people weird childhoods.
Wait.
What you got?
Wait a minute.
Can we get the physical one?
What is happening here? So this is a digital download of PDF format for $100.
Portable document file.
And it says arrives between May 19th and June 18th. Well, so you don't it doesn't automatically download?
I think that's for the physical. That's not like specifically.
No, it says condition digital. It's all one box.
But I think that was there before. I'm giving the benefit
Log
of the
into
doubt
your
here.
account for direct download. Some files are emailed from Dropbox. Shipping is free for digital products.
I hope so.
No shit.
Do I have to pay for the bytes going through the tubes?
Yes, you do. I want to see if I can find any.
I got a kickback to Al Gore.
You can buy it on Amazon in paperback.
How much?
I don't know. It says currently unavailable.
Shit.
Amazon.com. $55 US.
Oh, looks like US. Is Wonder Club in Canadian?
That's
the big question.
Nope, US.
Okay, so Amazon is undercutting Wonder Club.
Yes.
Good to know.
Here's a different Wonder Club. This is just Magazine's Archive.
We have to stop looking at old porn.
Why? This is very funny to me.
It is funny.
You can get it for desktop, for iPad, or for mobile.
Get it for iPad.
Oh shit! It's got Chasey Lane. Do you remember her?
I've heard that name.
She's it's a Bloodhound Gang song.
Oh, of course, the Ballad of Chasey Lane.
Yeah, that's her right there in the center. 200 pages of all-star sex.
200 pages?
Apparently.
That's a novel.
Girl Cup Soccer free goal-in-hole poster. I guess it was for the 94 World Cup.
Ooh, I like it. In France.
Muff diving water sports. Hard riding biker
Can I get
bitches.
some fucking credit for
Pussy
knowing
lapping
where
cum
the
coaches.
1994 World Cup was?
1994
France.
was USA.
It was USA. Did France win?
USA.
Why am I saying
No,
France?
it was Italy and Brazil.
Let me tell you this. FIFA World Cup Soccer 1994 is the best pinball game and maybe best game period I've ever played in my life. Now, I may be remembering it too fondly.
Okay.
But that is how I remember it. It was they had it on the Vancouver Island ferries.
Yes. Yes,
and
they did.
It is in my head, at the very least, the best pinball game I've ever played. It was so good. Now it's been 25 years since I played it. But goddamn, do I remember that fondly. That woman's tits are too big. They're too big.
Are you a big fan of Gent magazine?
Gent. See, I love B and C tier porn title. We've been through
this one doesn't have as many options as the other one does, but it does have voluptuous. It's got velvet. It's got velvet. Plumpers and Big Women magazine.
Plumpers?
It's got leg sex magazine.
That's what we do.
Leg sex?
Yeah, you mash the thighs together and you fuck that.
That's true. That is true. See, now I understand. Lollipops, Just 18, Hustler's Taboo, High Society.
I got a question about the semantics of Just 18.
Okay.
Is it
girls
who have just turned 18 or I do not like that cover of Plumpers. Or any of them.
Okay, continue.
Is it girls who have just turned 18, or is the magazine comprised of just girls who are 18, and some of them are as old as 18 and 11 months, which is disgusting.
Yeah, it is they are minimum. This is the day of their 18th birthday.
Yeah.
And maximum tomorrow they turn 19.
Yeah, 18 and 364 days.
Yes.
Because I don't want that. That's disgusting to me. You know what? Christmas edition of Plumpers, pretty good. I'll give it that.
I feel like we could do an entire episode just based...
What are you talking about?
I don't know. Vintage smut to me is just very funny.
It's very funny.
It's very, very funny. Just looking at all the things that you're like, oh, Lollipops magazine. Don't stain the couch. Put your dick in my... Oh, no, okay. I'm reading this.
Wow.
Young edible sluts. Yes, yes, yes.
Wait, you can eat the sluts?
It's what it says. Young edible sluts.
Are they made of chocolate?
Sure.
Anyway, my point
porn.
is, if you've been 18 for more than a week, you're disgusting to me.
Correct. That I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
There's only two editions of Just 18 in 1996, a fall and a March.
A fall and a March. So one for a season, one for a month. I don't know if I like how Just 18 is running their business.
I like that all of these girls are probably dead from drug overdoses.
Oh, yeah.
All of these Just 18s from 1999.
It's fun.
All overdosed on drugs because of how sad they were that they had to do porn.
It's fun to go through the 12 1999 covers of Just 18 and guess which opiate each girl overdosed on.
Suicide, overdose, suicide.
Heroin, fentanyl, oxy, heroin.
Jumped off a bridge, hung herself.
Pussy exploded.
Oh, there's a really funny video I can show you later, but I can't talk about it on air. But,
excellent. Which, of course, brings us to WWF in Your House 11?
11.
Yeah, never forget. It was... I forgot.
You forgot.
After saying never forget. Buried Alive.
Buried Alive. It's from Indianapolis, Indiana.
Home of the Daytona 500.
Home of the Indianapolis Colts.
Home of the Baltimore Colts.
Home of your mama.
Home of the Baltimore Stallions. Home of the Baltimore USAers of the Canadian Football League.
Home of Annapolis.
Home on the range.
Home front.
All Quiet on the Western Front.
All about
Eve.
All about Steve.
All about Steve.
Follow up to Sandy B's Oscar-winning performance.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it was the follow up to All About Eve.
I think that was the point.
The spiritual successor.
Yeah. So this one did have a free for all, but it had no matches on it. So
we don't get any more free for all matches.
No, we looked, and the rest of them all say dark.
And
this one said dark as well, meaning that it's not aired, not that it's only black people.
Yeah.
We got
Although they seem to be building a dark match between Farouk and Ahmed Johnson.
They are building a dark. We got a promo for Sid and Vader talking about how they're the best of power bombs. Then
P.S. We haven't seen Vader do a
no, but they showed a highlight package of him doing them, so he's been doing them.
I guess.
But we haven't physically seen him do one.
No.
Then we get the Black Gladiator Farouk cutting a promo about getting a rematch with Mark Marrow.
Why can't you just be Ron Simmons?
That's gonna come up quite a few times during this podcast or during this episode. Farouk cuts a promo. Then they go to Ahmed Johnson back from injuring himself, doing a promo,
and soon to injure himself again, and some other people
wearing a stupidly sick jacket.
It's really good.
It is a 5XL red leather jacket,
so big,
that has a yellow A on one breast,
A on the right,
and one yellow black
They were different colors.
Yeah, yellow and black.
Yellow and black. Yeah.
J on the other breast, but it was legitimately a 5XL. It was enormous.
So tacky, but so cool at the same time.
Yeah.
A very 90s, something you can only pull off in the 90s. I feel like you
could only pull it off in the 90s, and if you were a big black man.
Yeah.
He also looks incredibly fat.
Yeah.
The injury time has not been good for him.
He probably got off the gas while he was hurt.
I would assume
and then just got bloated.
During Ahmed's promo, he claims that Farouk and I are from the same neighborhood.
To which I claimed Farouk is from Rome.
You claimed loudly. He's from Rome.
I was sort of mad at him.
Oh, what, Ahmed? Are you from Italy?
Hey,
no.
He's from Rome.
He's from Rome.
It's a fucking gladiator. And you point out, his fucking stupid gladiator.
The helmet isn't even a gladiator helmet. It's just Max Moon's thing, but cut open.
From the Max Moon collection.
It's dumb. This even though last episode I said that in theory, on paper, this one looks better. It was better, but we also had to put up with heel Jim Ross the entire fucking show.
If you factor that in, I actually don't know if it's better.
Yeah, so McMahon and Lawler on commentary, they say, "Oh, where's Jim Ross?" And then out comes heel Jim Ross, and he comes to the announce table, and this is the first time we've heard Burger King chants at Jerry Lawler.
Yep.
And then from the free for all, we get to the actual pay per view. So it's in MSG. And the entire setup for the beginning of this first match is that Vince McMahon is trying to screw over JR by not having his microphone work, and then his microphone won't turn on, then it keeps cutting off, then it keeps going in and out, and so he claims that Vince is doing it to him on purpose. Heel Jim Ross fucking sucks. I believe I wrote sucks dick. So the opening match was supposed to be Steve Austin versus Savio Vega, which in theory would be great, but at some point Savio got hurt, so they were replacing him with Hunter Hearst Helmsley, which doesn't make sense because they're both heels. But that doesn't stop them ever, because there is another heel versus heel match on this again.
You can't find one face.
And even the new Rockers are heels.
Correct.
You got rid of the Body Donnas. You're going to turn the Godwins heel.
Yep.
What the fuck? Why do you not want faces?
Wish I knew.
So, yeah, as I said, Hunter replacing an injured Savo.
Savo?
Whatever. Austin cuts a promo in the back talking about how he doesn't care about Hunter replacing Savio. Savio's a bitch. And then he shit talks Bret Hart. And then he says that he's, Handsome Doc says to him that people don't appreciate the new tone and manner in which he speaks, and then he uses the word ass, to which Vince does not appreciate the use of ass, and immediately cuts off
when
the promo.
The word ass was so scandalous.
In
7 years, Triple H is gonna fuck a corpse.
And ass apparently too much. Finally, we get Stone Cold Steve Austin music.
In 3 years, we're seeing 80-year-old tits.
That is true. Even if they're fake, they're still 80. We finally get Stone Cold Steve Austin music. No more Ringmaster music.
Took forever, but we finally got there. October 1996. I think I saw somewhere this is the first time it was used.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it definitely could be, because it's not like we saw anything between the two. Yeah, literally, the majority of the notes for this are just JR having headset issues. He says that Vince is trying to stop him from saying what he wants to say, and he just keeps throwing shit at Vince and says what he said, something about nothing, he says something in reference to Triple H or to Hunter about being from Greenwich, Connecticut, and how it's nothing but pompous rich assholes who live, or jerks who live in Connecticut.
He's like, where do you live, Vince?
Where are you from, Vince? And then JR says, half the time I live in Connecticut, that
overpriced hellhole,
and the other half the time I live in Oklahoma, we're the best place on earth.
We're real Americans and a Republican governor.
Almost heaven, Oklahoma. then how
come the shittier parts of America are real America and the nicer parts aren't? Because why does America want to identify as the worst of itself?
No, because to those people, that's the real America.
Why is it realer?
Because it's only white people. Whites only.
You know what? I honestly wasn't even really thinking about race for the first time in my life. And you're right. That is why.
Like, how... And it's not just white people only. It's white people in charge.
Yeah.
Like, there's no black sheriffs in West Virginia. No. You know, there's no black congressmen in Mississippi. You know? Yeah. That's why it's the real salt of the earth people of America.
Real America.
Real America. America! The thing is, I'd said during this match, like, oh, Hunter versus Austin, like, that match could be very good.
Could be very good.
Except for the entire fucking match is just Jim Ross on commentary being a pain in the ass fucking heel.
Yeah. I mean, like, it was a pretty good match, and it's so weird to see Steve Austin do so much wrestling.
Grappling.
Like, suplexes and drop
and running the ropes.
And running the ropes and snapmares. Yep. It's crazy.
Yep.
And one little bitty knee pads.
At one point, Austin does a jawbreaker, which was very weird looking.
Austin should not do jawbreakers.
Yeah, Austin should not be doing jawbreakers.
Because this is too close to the stunner.
Yeah, very close to stunner. Same movements and everything.
Yeah. It's just the guy's head is more on top of your head.
Yeah. Which in theory hurts more.
Is worse.
It's worse than a stunner.
Yeah. If your head and jaw are falling down on something, would you rather fall down on an arm?
On traps?
Traps and buys and tries.
Oh, you're bi, all right.
I try. Huh. Or the top of a skull.
Yeah, like point of your chin on the top of someone's brain.
Yeah, give me a give me a stunner any day. Keep your jawbreakers to yourself. You can stick your sorries in a sack, mister.
Mm-hmm. So mid-match, Mr. Perfect comes out, and they talk about how he's making his return to the ring on Raw the next night against Hunter.
He looks like 2000 WCW.
Oh, his head and face.
He's puffy as shit.
2 times the size as when he was in 1990.
Yeah, like working Hennig is lean.
Yeah,
this was not lean.
This is not. This is sad at home Hennig.
Yeah.
So they say that he's going to wrestle Hunter on Raw.
Larry Hennig is leaner than Kurt right now.
At that point, yeah, for sure. He's wrestling Hunter on Raw, so he comes out to scout him. There's a bunch of just like bullshit with him and Perfect gonna like come to blows. Then Austin gets involved, and then Hennig pops Austin, and then he storms off. Hennig leaves with
Austin throws a drink at him.
He throws a soda in his face.
A soda pop.
And then Hennig leaves with Hunter's valet girl. And
who is it? Who knows? Some whore.
Some random slut.
Maybe she was in Just 18.
Oh, but
she wasn't in Plumpers.
She was not in Plumpers, no. But we can look at some Plumpers later. They end up like Hunter kind of goes after Hennig or Perfect. Austin was definitely getting a little bit of face heat
and basically worked the match face.
Yeah, even though he is very much a heel because he's shitting on Brett, but he's gets a lot of the face work in this match.
Although Brett low-key is a whiner who is a heel
and a phony.
Should be the face.
And a goddamn phony.
Yeah.
So at one point, Austin takes a suplex on the cement floor, like up the ramp.
Yeah. Looked like it hurt.
Then when they get back in the ring, Austin does his very fun go for the leg drop on the second rope, like guillotine him across second rope. Guy moves, but he like catches himself on the rope, bounces back in the ring, and then just flips off the crowd.
Yeah.
And as soon as he does that, turns around, no kick to the gut. Again, just hits the stunner, and bam, finish.
No kick wham stunner.
Just stunner.
Stunner. It's weird. It's jarring.
It's weird to see that, especially because it's always about the kick.
Yeah.
Kick, catch, spin. Kick, go for the stunner, push off. You know, like everything's like
Mania 14 finish?
Yeah. Which was recreated.
Which they put in No Mercy.
Which has been recreated, like, I don't know, 100 times.
Hey, it's a classic for a reason.
Yeah. Every backyard match we ever did had that in it.
Yeah.
Trampoline wrestling, of course. Yeah, everybody did it. So we get a Billy Gunn, Sunny promo package.
When you told me what match was happening on this show, I almost punched you in the mouth.
Yep, I would have deserved it for telling you.
There's no fucking way they're doing a rematch of the heel versus heel Smoking Guns versus Owen and Bulldog tag title match.
Well, guess what, Scott? They did it.
Yeah.
We watched it.
But we learned more about the dynamics.
Yes. So they show all of the Billy and Gunn and Sunny stuff. Then they do a promo in the back where Billy is like totally like stalker creeper on Sunny, like we're gonna win the titles back, which means Sunny will come back.
Yeah, because she's a belt whore.
Because she wants us to win the titles. Like she only wants to be with us if we win. And Bart's like, hey man, like why don't you wake the fuck up and realize that like she's just a dumb slut who wants the belts.
Yeah, because like the promo started off with Billy Gunn like saying something about like the crowd are fucking retards or whatever. And I'm like, okay, so they're heels. They are clearly heels.
They are
Billy
bad
Gunn
guys.
is cutting a heel promo. But then, because Bart hasn't talked yet, then when Bart starts talking, he's like, no, Billy, just like be cool and don't worry too much about saying like, oh, I get it. Billy's a heel and Bart is gay.
Bart wants anything but his brother to get his dick greasy.
Yeah.
The Smoking Guns are handsome, rugged cowboys, but that doesn't mean one of them can't be gay.
The smoking gums from giving so many blowjobs.
So yeah, tag team.
The pole smoking guns.
Pole smoking guns. You got it. So WWF tag team title match: Owen Hart and the Bulldog against the Smoking Guns. Vince.
I guess Owen and Bulldog are heels.
No, because
Bulldog seem pretty chill,
and they work face.
They were
They work more face than they did.
They got the first heat, but maybe that was just a shine. And then, because the second heat was on Owen and Bulldog.
Yes.
Like they definitely got heel heat on Owen and Bulldog.
Yeah, they beat up Owen quite a bit.
I think Owen and Bulldog have both been heels for so long that their shine just also looked like heel heat.
Yeah, that's what it was. So after this, or when they come down to the ring, the match starts. Vince starts hyping up that Brett on Raw tomorrow is going to make a major announcement.
With Jim Ross taking credit for it. And then, to continue like the dumb JR heel microphone headset doesn't work. It sounds like he's talking through a megaphone at one point. Yeah, at one point it sounded
like
crazy.
He'd called in via satellite.
Yeah, even though he was there.
Which obviously is intentional, but it fucking sucked.
Yeah.
The Smoking Guns do the Whisper in the Wind spot again, even though they're heels.
Two giant men doing Hardy Boy spots.
Although,
honestly, the Hardy Boys aren't that small.
Not really.
They were just small for the time.
Yeah.
They're both over 6 feet.
Yeah. Then I just wrote the note of babyface Owen taking all the heat.
Yeah.
Then we get to the finish, which I liked a lot.
Finish was good.
So Bart picks up Owen for the Sidewinder, and Bulldog sort of sneaks in behind him and gets set up right behind him.
Has his hand lightly on his ass.
Billy goes up top and is yelling at the referee as he's going up top.
Because Billy sees Bulldog, but and that's the thing.
Does he?
Was Bulldog perfectly hiding behind Bart?
Absolutely hiding perfectly behind Bart.
Okay.
I think he was yelling at the referee because the referee was telling him to get down. Because he wasn't the legal man, even though he got pinned.
That's true.
So as Billy comes off the top rope to hit the leg drop, Bulldog grabs Bart's belt and pulls him backwards, so Billy misses the leg drop.
Which, upon replay, he would have missed anyway.
Absolutely. Then Bulldog sort of grabs Bart and drags him out of the ring. Owen hits the ropes and hits a big spinning heel kick for the win.
Apparently his new finisher. Or at least Billy Gunn's kryptonite.
It's Billy Gunn's kryptonite, because that's 2 matches in a row. One that knocked him out and one that pinned him. So that's his kryptonite.
Yeah, definitely better than their match last month, and also probably half the length, which was
absolutely half the length.
Really nice.
And no double heat, and no both teams working face and heel.
Yeah. Better.
So after that, we're backstage at the hotline with Hunter and Ray Rougeau. Then we come back to Vince, and Jerry at commentary, and they're talking about like, oh, like where'd JR go, as if they can't see him in the fucking ring. So JR's in the ring, and he cuts a big thing about how he's the reason why Brett's coming tomorrow night, and he's going to get the exclusive interview with Brett about whatever exclusive, and then he proceeds to then shit on Vince McMahon and saying that like obviously Vince doesn't want him on commentary because he's been fucking with his mic. So Vince is so important that he clearly needs two microphones. So here he can have his, and he tosses the microphone from the ring down to the announce table, which Vince plucks out of the air with one hand, then to the camera. Audibly,
with the shittest, eatingest grin on his face.
He says, "Hey, good catch, Vince."
So good.
Lost their goddamn mind.
Holy shit, what a king.
90s
that got
Vince.
him like in present day, like a year of goodwill from me. Like, I'm going to go around saying WWE is good.
He can book as many zombie matches as he wants now because of that.
Holy shit, that was
good catch, Vince.
Good catch, Vince.
Goddamn, pal.
It was unbelievable.
Oh, goddamn.
It was so good.
Like, really proud of himself.
Like, how can you be mad at that guy?
You can't.
King.
You can't. And then JR storms off and is done for the night. So back comes the bloated corpse of Kurt Hennig. With his shirt off, no necktie.
Hey, give it 7 years.
Yeah, 7 years is a long time. So he comes out to do commentary. Now we get the Intercontinental title match of Mark Marrow and Goldust, who is replacing Farouk, because in the back, Ahmed Johnson has decided to take it upon himself to go beat up Farouk with a 2x4, to which I referred to Ahmed Johnson as Blacksaw Jim Duggan.
Flawless.
So Goldust has been put in to replace him. They do a promo where Marrow's in the back, and Lawler is like trying to get him all riled up and shit talk him, and Marrow just like has nothing, like not even interested in talking to Lawler.
Well, you could see like Lawler talked for too long because Marrow was like ready to talk.
He was ready to cut
talk,
his promo,
ready to talk.
Like,
Lawler still talking, and then
okay,
finally,
fuck you. So the start of the match is just
the most arm drags I have ever seen.
Every arm drag that's ever been done in wrestling was in this match.
Which I'm not mad at, because like you don't see a bunch of arm drags in WWE very often.
No, not at all. Regular and Japanese and
Chinese,
dirty knees.
Look at these.
There's also a running head scissors that
didn't go great.
We didn't think Goldust would be.
Goldust was absolutely out of position for it.
Yes, but still managed to
they pulled it off. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, the match is like pretty whatever, back and forth, nothing spectacular. The crowd isn't really into it as much as Goldust would like them to be. So he goes and gets the microphone. He then turns away from the hard cam to the crowd, and he says that
he turns away from the hard cam to let them know I'm talking to you.
I'm talking.
I don't
directly.
care. I'll put this goddamn pay-per-view on hold right now.
I don't care who's watching at home.
You fuckers.
I do not care who's watching at home. I care about the people in this building in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Yeah.
And he says,
capital.
If you don't shut up right now, I'm going to stick my tongue down everyone's throat. And of course, the crowd who hates gays immediately turns on him. Now there's finally a little bit of heat, but not tons. Then Jerry Lawler says, maybe the greatest thing that's ever been said on WWF television ever. He says, and I quote, that Goldust is only here because of the WWF's don't ask, don't tell policy.
We died. We died. So good.
It was the greatest thing I've ever heard. Ever.
Maybe it was because they knew the JR stuff sucked that Lawler and Vince decided to be fucking awesome tonight.
Maybe. They were like, everybody's going to be real mad about this JR shit.
We have to be
We
good.
should just do silly shit and say funny, really homophobic things. So then, Mero gets back in control, hits the awesome Mero Salt. The only
really good Mero Salt.
The only downside is he always lands on his knees.
Absolutely cracks his knees.
He does not want to land on anyone.
No.
Like, ever.
He's too safe.
Yeah. He just really wants to make sure that no one gets hurt on his watch.
Yeah.
Except for if it's the legacy of Chris Benoit.
Sure.
Then when they get back up to their feet and they brawl a little bit more, then there is a bunch of Henning, Triple H bullshit on the floor.
Yeah.
Goldust goes out to stop Henning, who pops someone. And then Goldust gets back in the ring. They do some more Henning Triple H stuff where they end up like going up. They go up the ramp as if Perfect is leaving, but then he doesn't leave.
Yeah. Rude.
Goldust goes for the curtain call, which
I was like, you better fucking do a full backflip out of this
full backflips out of the curtain call into a rolling prawn hold.
And I'm like, what? Is it my birthday? I don't deserve all of this.
which I bit on because I always bite on the rolling prawn hold.
And as you said, if he ever does get the pin with that hold,
you're gonna feel
will
like
look
a
stupid.
Total piece of shit.
Yeah.
Then Perfect comes back. Mero takes a bump to the floor. Perfect goes back over to help him up and sort of guide him. And he gets back in the ring. Henning maybe distracts Goldust, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Which then leads to Mero knocking him down. Getting
a Samoan drop.
Samoan drop. Yeah, he picks him up for a Samoan drop. He then hits the wild thing, which, like, hot take. Mark Mero might do the best shooting star of all time.
Not all time.
It's pretty perfect.
Of this era, certainly. But, like, I don't know. Osprey's is real nice.
Yeah.
Seidel's is
it's
real
not the
nice.
same, though.
It's a real different move.
Good hang time.
The tuck is super cool, though. Yeah.
Like, he's more concerned about the tuck and being perfectly aligned than he is about the flip. Like, to him, the flip is so second nature that he doesn't even have to think about it. Hits the wild thing. Then Henning comes in the ring and celebrates with him because nothing bad is going to happen.
This is 96. Is he like the second guy ever to do a shooting star?
Probably.
Like, Liger did it in 1990.
Yeah.
And then nothing?
Maybe.
And then Mero? Did,
any undercard guys in WCW?
I think the first WCW would have been Kidman. And that's not till 97. And
Blitzkrieg?
Also 97, 98.
I know. Yeah, maybe.
But maybe Brett Como as Ultimate Dragon.
Maybe.
Might have.
Maybe.
In 95.
Maybe.
But that's it, I think.
His is pretty fucking good.
Oh, for sure.
So now we get to go backstage, the America Online blah blah blah, with Jim Ross, fake Razor Ramon, and fake Diesel.
Yeah.
And again, it's just JR being angry and telling the guys in the computer to tell people how angry he is.
Fake Diesel's hair and goatee look like the worst movie props.
They look like they've been glued onto his scalp.
They look so fake.
They're totally fake.
With his complexion, you can clearly tell he does not have black hair.
It is very out of look for his Cro-Magnon head
and being a ginger.
So the next match is the number one contender match for the WWF title of Psycho Sid versus Vader. Of course, the entire hype package for this was who's got the better powerbomb. They keep talking to noted homosexual Shawn Michaels about it because obviously he's the champion.
Also we're at least one, if not both of these guys cannot powerbomb the other guy. Stop making this about powerbombs when no one's going to do one.
Yeah, exactly.
And they didn't.
They teased it.
They teased one.
But I don't think either one of them could do it to the other one.
Sid absolutely can't powerbomb Vader, and we think Sid is too tall for Vader to powerbomb.
The only way that Sid could have done it would have been
the standing on the second rope.
Standing on the second rope and a fast one.
Yeah.
Like, he's not getting him up on his shoulders and walking him out and powerbombing him. It's like a stand under him and powerbomb him down.
Yes.
Because, like, Vader's center of gravity is very low.
It's in his ankles.
And Sid is very tall.
Yeah.
So... I think the first of note thing was, well, I'd said, like, this is either going to be really bad or really amazing. It was I
think you're wrong. It was kind of in the middle.
I think it was in the middle. Yeah. Sid did a slingshot sunset flip.
That was good.
That was great.
Like, he pulled it off. They didn't complete the move because Vader didn't go down and sat on him, which was fun.
Yep. Then Sid whipped Vader hard into the corner and then ran in, and it almost seemed like neither of them knew what to do.
So
Sid just did a running big boot, like, into his tummy.
It was funny.
Yeah. Then, for some bizarre reason, Sid decides to go up top, and we're like, what is he doing? And he did a
flying crossbody
that Vader caught, no problem.
And then we're like, oh, maybe Vader can powerbomb Sid.
Maybe he could get him up.
Maybe he is way stronger than we're even giving him credit for.
Yeah. So Vader then goes up to the second rope facing inward, and we're like, what is he?
Occasionally he'll go second rope splash.
Which he did.
Yeah.
Then he goes for the pinfall, and he pulls Sid's hair up.
Stupid.
Which makes Cornette lose his goddamn mind on the floor.
Also, we didn't mention, there was some just perfect shtick at the beginning with Cornette. Because Sean was in the ring, and he's friends with Sid, doesn't like Vader, and he was miming to Vader, Sid is going to powerbomb you, which is very funny. And then Cornette got in his face, and then Sean took Cornette's pocket handkerchief out, blew his nose in it, threw it towards the edge of the ring. Cornette turned around to pick up the handkerchief, and I'm like, Sean, if you don't kick him in the butt right now, all is lost. And that is exactly what he did. And Cornette, of course, takes a huge bump through the ropes to the floor because he's a professional.
He's the greatest bumping manager of all time.
Yeah. Heenan.
Heenan's pretty good, but Heenan was a wrestler.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas Cornette was just an old guy.
Yeah. Heenan, he managed as a wrestler, and he wrestled as a manager.
Yes. Also, I'd like to redact that statement of Cornette being an old man. Cornette was just a man.
Also, Bobby Heenan, first furry in pro wrestling?
Absolutely.
Weasel suit?
It was a weasel.
Yeah,
of course. So, after Vader goes up again... No, yeah, does he hit two?
Yeah.
He hits two splashes, and after the second one, Cornette is screaming at him to do... the Vader bomb.
Yeah.
Which he goes, yeah, all right, I got him. So he goes up for the Vader bomb, and Sid counters it with the knees.
Yeah.
So now... I'm sorry, I should not be typing and talking at the same time.
Really shouldn't. And yet you continue.
It's like I keep going. So Sid, now he starts miming to the crowd, like, powerbomb? Should I powerbomb him? Yeah. I'm going to powerbomb his ass. This is where I noted that Sid had gotten a sort of haircut.
Yeah.
Which I do not like. The sides are the same length as the top, and then just the very back is mullety, and don't like it.
We want them curls on the sides.
Do not like it. It looks real bad.
Big curls.
Real bad. So he sets up Vader to go for the power bomb.
Not happening.
With his back to hard cam because that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Which Cornette
Lothario style.
Yes. Cornette starts to get up, but Sid uses his sixth sense.
That's true.
To know that Cornette was getting in the ring.
Is Sid smarter than we give him credit for?
No.
Okay.
He's a big dummy. So as Cornette's going through the second rope, Sid just sort of turns the opposite way, grabs the second rope, and just lifts it up to nut him.
Yep.
So as he's nutted on the apron, the referee goes over to get rid of him. He turns around, and Vader just straight up low blows Sid. Then Vader tries to go for the powerbomb. Sid sort of fights his way out of it. They do some rope running, which Vader ends up running straight into a choke slam.
Yeah, a versus running choke slam.
Finish, no power bombs.
Yep, as predicted. And that's how it goes.
Yeah. I like nothing more than teasing doing power bombs and never actively trying to actually do one. Just getting the guy's head between your legs, and that's it.
And if you know that's the case, don't make the match about that.
Yeah, or at least attempt to do one.
Did Vader and Sid briefly team in WCW as the masters of the power bomb? Okay.
Yes. With Colonel Parker. No, with Harley Race.
Okay.
Yeah, Harley Race.
Yeah, Race managed Vader. Yeah, that makes sense.
So now they're obviously killing time until they get ready to do the main event.
Yeah.
So Handsome Doc is in the back. He's hyping up Survivor Series with the poster featuring the Twin Towers.
Oops.
They didn't know.
I mean, I guess it's not an oops.
They didn't know.
There were Twin Towers then. Why not put them on a poster?
And they had only been attempted to be blown up one time.
Yeah, and Bush wasn't even president yet.
That Bush wasn't president.
I mean, 9/11 Bush wasn't
the cool Bush.
Cool Bush. Cool 9/11 Bush.
Yes. So now...
Man, I'd like to get some cool 9/11 Bush.
So Handsome Doc's going to interview Sid, but as he's interviewing him, Jim Ross comes back and is like, I'm going to take over this interview. And he goes, Sid, you claim you're best friends with Sean, aren't you?
This was really funny.
Yeah. He's my best friend. He goes, yeah, well, you remember before when you turned your back on him, didn't you powerbomb him 5 times? Like, yes. I did. And he goes, yeah, now you're going to face him for the title. You're going to powerbomb him again. And Sid, in typical Sid fashion, like flubs his lines. And he tries to say something along the lines of like, if I have to face my friend, I'm going to face my friend. But he doesn't really get the words out.
Yeah. And then he, again, in typical Sid fashion, like turns around.
Oh yeah, like tries to leave the interview
hides.
Because he's ashamed that he fucked up and looks stupid.
I see, that makes me feel bad. If he had like no awareness of his flaws, it'd be fine because like no one gets hurt then. But like he knows he's stupid, and that makes me sad.
You know, and I know that I have half the brain that you do. And just them laughing and corpsing in the ring. So time for the main event, which is the first ever Buried Alive match. Undertaker Mankind. It starts off very hot and heavy with them just like Undertaker just beating up Mankind.
Yeah.
It's just tons of brawling, which is great. That's exactly as it should be.
Yeah, it's good.
Taker gets Mankind to the floor and then does a top to floor plancha, which Taker does like a weird like kind of like tucky.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to land and not break his knees.
Yep. But it was great. It was big air.
I wasn't expecting it. And when they showed the replay and how fucking shaky those ropes made of rope are.
Yeah. I wouldn't do it. Then they end up brawling all the way up the rampway. They get up to where the actual dirt and the plot are. Then Mankind goes to try and suplex Taker, which he goes up, and then when Taker lands back down the second time, doesn't
his technical training kicks in.
Yeah, his new attempted finishing move.
Yeah,
an inside cradle,
small package. Pretty sure inside cradle is a school. But that's not what they consistently call a small package inside cradle in WWF. I just don't agree with it.
I agree with it. It's inside. You're doing it to the inside.
I'm gonna get inside you, and then we're gonna need a cradle because I'm gonna get you pregnant.
Am I Llewyn Davis?
You're Llewyn Davis.
Gotcha.
You're Lou N. Davis.
What does the N stand for? So as he does the inside cradle, they end up rolling down the pile of dirt to the floor.
Very funny.
It was pretty funny.
But you know what? It worked because Mankind was in control.
Got him away from the hole.
They did the roll down the hill small package, and then Taker was in control.
There you go.
So mission accomplished.
Fucking got him. So as they brawl away from the pile back to the ring, Undertaker's in control. Paul Bearer sneaks up behind him and gives him the most petite shot with the urn.
The tippiest tap.
Like a nice little like, I don't want to hurt you, buddy. Boop.
He really did boop him.
He did boop him.
Yeah.
Which causes Undertaker to turn around, and then Mankind gets a chair and makes up for the little boop of the urn with a good chair shot. Then Mankind gets back in the ring. Or I guess he throws Undertaker back in the ring and does a couple more things to him. Then pulls out, I don't know, 5 chunks of hair.
Oh my God.
And just throws them in the air.
So much hair.
Like it's nothing.
Stop doing that to yourself.
I mean, it's. I'm shocked he has hair now.
Yeah, he's lucky.
Like that he didn't just rip all of the roots out and nothing would grow back.
Yeah.
Because he's got holes.
Starring Shia LaBeouf.
Shia the Beef.
And Henry Fonda to call back a semi-recent podcast.
Then once they're in the ring, the Mankind brings a chair in, which Taker gets a hold of and hits him really fucking hard in the back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like real solid shot.
Yeah.
Then puts
it was I'd say at least an 80%.
Yeah. Which Foley probably didn't even feel.
Yeah. You know what? I wouldn't either.
No.
Good back.
You got a solid back?
Yeah. I'd say I have a Foley-esque back.
Foley-esque back? Yeah. I could say that. I've hit you really hard in the back with chairs.
That's true. Didn't even feel it.
Then he puts the chair over top of
You've done other stuff behind me that I have felt, though.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think you had any emotions.
Yeah.
It was like a hot dog down a hallway. Whatever. Who wants to butt fuck the sad boy? Whatever. I don't even feel it anymore. So Taker puts the chair on Mankind's head, does a big ass leg drop on it.
Yep.
Then they end up going back out to the floor. Mankind and Paul Bearer pull up the padding on the floor, which were like, of course, Mankind can't take a bump on the floor.
It's a Foley paper.
Yeah, of course. Taker comes out. Mankind's going to pile drive him on the cement, which the Undertaker counters by standing up with Foley on his shoulders.
We thought he was just going to back body drop him, but then he didn't release him. So now he's standing up with him in like Alabama Slam / beach break position.
Yes.
And then he just falls backwards into the steps, like sandwiching Foley between him and the steps and also sitting on his face.
Just full on sitting on his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. They get back in the ring. Taker gets the stairs in the ring. He hits Foley with it a couple times, hits him really hard in the back with it.
Yep.
Then, for whatever reason, does the legs to the side tombstone.
Yeah.
Like, Foley's not even that big. I get it on the bigger dudes.
I mean, Foley's fairly big.
Yeah, but he's not, like, as big as the other guys he's had to do it to.
No, he could have... I feel like he could have fixed this one with Foley. But he's getting very lazy. I want... head between legs, tombstone.
Like
I do not want 2 legs one side.
It's not 6'6" Goldust. It's 6'1" Mick Foley.
I need the symmetry. It's about
the symmetry. It's all about the numbers.
It's true.
So hits a tombstone. He drags them all the way back up to the grave. Then
cradle to the grave.
Cradle to the number
2. Yep.
They get all the way back up there. They're fighting again. Then
who's that? Ja Rule and Jet Li.
Is it Ja Rule?
DMX
and Jet Li. Yeah. Ja Rule was
Romy Must Die.
Romy Must Die. Yeah. And DMX is also Kiss the Dragon, or is that just Jet Li?
And DMX is also dead.
Correct. He is dead at this point in our lives.
Yeah.
Then. Yeah, so they fight all the way back up. Taker exit wounds is the one I'm thinking of.
Exit wounds.
Exit wounds is Seagal in DMX. And Cradle to the Grave is Jet Li in DMX.
So Seagal.
Romeo Must Die is also DMX.
Wow.
So what is Ja Rule?
Or is it nothing? Or does he just have songs on the soundtracks?
I'll tell you in a second. As an actor, he was in.
Porn.
No, he's too straight for that.
So on the August 1997 cover of Cherie magazine,
Half Past Dead.
Also
Steven Seagal, Morris Chestnut, and Ja Rule.
Seagal went through a real black dude phase.
I don't even know that that's necessarily him. I think that's just like his role in society. He is to just be a action guy who gets teamed up with non-action guys.
I guess, yeah. But his vibe, he went from pretend Asian guy to pretend black guy.
Yes. Oh boy. Okay. The director. Let's take a quick sidetrack here. the director of Cradle to the Grave.
Yep.
No, not Cradle to the Grave.
Half Past Dead.
Half Past Dead. Did Half Past Dead.
Yep.
Who's Your Caddy?
Oh.
The fourth Lake Placid movie.
Of course. Wow, 4 you say.
A knockoff Taken movie.
Okay.
Jarhead 2, Sniper 3,
Jarhead 2.
Tremors 5, Kindergarten Cop 2, Sniper 5,
Who's in
Tremors 6, Death Race 4, The Scorpion King 4,
Love sequels.
Jarhead 3,
Jarhead 3?
Bulletproof 2,
Bulletproof. Oh, yeah, I do remember
Tremors 7. Those are his directing credits.
Drew, you're killing
What you wanted Kindergarten Cop 2? Is that what you wanted?
Who's Schwarzenegger?
Dolph Lundgren.
He deserves better.
It's Dolph Lundgren and Bill Bellamy.
Nice.
Are the 2 leads in Kindergarten Cop.
Now tell me about Jarhead 3. Who's Jake Gyllenhaal in Jarhead 3?
Law of Return is what it's called. And it stars... I will give you... oh my God. Stan himself... Devon Sawa.
Yes. Of the fan fame?
Of the fan fame.
And some Final Destinations?
Maybe
all of them? I don't know.
2 at least.
I'll give him 2.
Also Idle Hands.
Of course.
And
the Devil's Plaything.
And he's non-dead Casper.
Oh, non-dead Casper.
And also he's in the best movie ever made, The Fanatic.
Yes.
I'm seeing... only... oh, am I seeing 0? No, he's in 1.
Yeah, isn't he like one of the stars of Final Destination?
He's in the first Final Destination, and that's it.
And
I guess he dies.
They couldn't afford Devon Sawa with the set, or they kill him.
They kill him. They probably kill him. The only one that survives is that annoying, ugly bitch that no one likes, Ali Larder.
Oh, the Mrs. Freeze from Heroes.
Sure.
That wasn't her name, but I think she had ice powers.
Oh, cool.
Don't be a jerk about
the best
Heroes.
Kind of
strong
powers.
First season, really fell off after that.
Much like Lost, really strong
Something
first
about
season.
Mid 2000 shows that start so good, and absolutely fall off the rails.
Also, Prison Break, although that's not mid. Is it?
That's mid-aughts. Yeah.
Yep. Well, don't try and make TV because it's all bad. Anyways, so when they fight back up to where it is, they Undertaker chokeslams Mankind into the hole. Yeah. Very delicately.
Yeah, though. I think we missed it. It was during the middle, but Foley did hit a double arm DDT on a chair in the ring.
Yes.
But I'm like, wow, we're doing finishers on chairs.
On chairs. So as Taker is filling the hole, you can can
you say that again slower?
Filling the hole. As you can kind of see Mankind's legs, and I was like, oh, those have to be fake because he's burying like all of his upper body, and then as he's filling the hole, there's a sneak attack by a masked man who would later be known as the Executioner.
By prime of his career, Terry Gordy.
Terry Gordy in a one-off 3 weeks worth of getting stuff done.
By not going to die in 3 years, Terry Gordy.
Yes.
I'm gonna look up when he died, but I'm feeling 99. I'm feeling 22, but
yes.
But
22 is too old.
Perhaps 99.
Too
Terry Gordy. Not Barry Gordy of Motown fame. 2001.
2001.
Age 40.
That's pretty sad.
Yeah.
In Sooty Daisy, Tennessee.
That's it. You know what? If you're going to die, it might as well be there.
Of a heart attack.
Yeah.
Because, drugs.
Because fat and drugs.
Died of a blood clot.
That's probably natural cause. Lots of people die of natural
Slam
causes.
Master J, baby.
Hell yeah. His son.
And his daughter is currently
his
a wrestler.
son was supposed to be good.
Yep. And then they put him with Festus, and they were like, all right, see ya.
Because I feel like, because Ray Gordy did like some IWA Mid-South and stuff before WWE, and everyone was like really high on him. And then it's almost like WWE ruins people.
His daughter's a wrestler, and she looks like her dad.
She looks like daddy.
Ugh, that is harsh. I hope I never have to see her in person.
Is her name Terri Gordy?
Oh my god!
Cute. Wouldn't that be cute?
That would be amazing.
I don't think it is, but
yeah,
I like it.
Her name is Miranda Gordy, and she is. I kind of want to throw up just from looking at her. Yeah, gross. So yeah, the executioner sneak attacks him. Then he gets in the hole. Or no, he hits him really hard in the back of the head with the shovel. He then jumps in the hole and starts unburying Mankind, which then made me realize, like, oh shit, like Foley actually was buried up until his upper chest and head.
Those were not Muppet legs.
What a commitment.
Those were not Gary Oldman tiptoes Muppet legs.
They were not tiptoes. The role of a lifetime. Then they drag Mankind out. They throw Undertaker in. The two of them proceed to bury him like they were dogs by just like throwing the dirt between their legs.
Through their legs. Yeah, it was great.
Then out comes the rest of the heels. So you get Goldust, you get Hunter Helmsley, you get
Hawk
Bradshaw, and fresh out of prison Crush.
Yeah, Jailbird Crush.
They then bury Undertaker, and they show them filling the whole fucking grave
while fake lightning is happening.
Then as all the heels leave,
the fake lightning, P.S., is not to distract the crowd from what's going on in the hole.
No,
let's be clear.
That is correct.
Okay.
Then as they're trying to leave, Mankind accidentally sort of falls down the pile.
It was cute.
And then they go to leave, and then we were both thinking, like, how can you put Undertaker in there? Because we both remember
that his hand reaching out of the dirt
was coming out of the dirt.
How do they actually do that? And then you would kind of have to legitimately be buried to do that.
Well,
however,
they didn't, because his hand
Pro
comes
wrestling secrets
way
revealed.
Closer to the actual tombstone.
It went through like a
hole,
a pre-made hole in the grass by the tombstone, so not directly in the hole under the dirt. So, go in the hole, crawl through a thing, put a hand through other hole.
And then
Bob's your uncle.
And then I said, well, why don't you just show him climbing out? No, I got cut off the baby. Baby's over here.
Show's over.
Bye. Bye.
And that was the show.
Yeah, that was the show. And you know what? Good show.
Not bad.
It was all right.
Next up, we got the December In Your House coming up. In Your House, it's Vader time, because Vader beats Shawn Michaels for the title.
Challenging for the world title.
At Survivor Series next month. Oh, wait. We've changed our mind, so now the title of the pay-per-view is In Your House, It's Time. Probably the worst name.
Whose time?
Of an In Your House.
Shawn's time?
Is there a worse one?
Sid's time?
CPT?
I don't know. Beware of Dog is pretty stupid.
But it's at least something.
At least it's something.
He's a dog.
But the name is stupid.
Yeah, but it's time.
It's time. It's time for the big main event.
And I don't know if Vader is even on the show.
He's not. He's not.
Let alone defending the world title.
He's a big fat piece of shit.
He is, by his own accord, a big fat piece of shit. I don't think that. But
I'm just a big fat piece of shit.
I guess he doesn't think that anymore because he's fucking dead.
He's fucking dead.
But you can't win them all. What are you looking up?
Well, I was gonna, but then I don't wanna. No.
We'll leave a teaser for next time. What you were looking at.
He does, though. Maybe it's not there. Survivor Series Raw. It's time. Not even in a dark match. Not even in a dark match.
Oh, that was the one thing I wanted to mention. The how we're not getting any more free for all matches, and because I think we looked up this one's last week, and we promised you a 20-minute time limit draw.
Yes,
between Justin Hawk Bradshaw or Hawk Bradshaw, depending on everyone's mood. Versus the newly signed stalker Barry Windham. which we were morbidly curious about.
Absolutely.
But we'll never get to see. However, we did hear it going on during the free-for-all when Vince and Jerry Lawler were, like, promoing live from the announcer's table.
We
could hear bumps in the ring,
and pinfalls,
but they were not acknowledging it at all.
Did not want you to see it.
Yeah.
It was a tryout match for young upstart Barry Windham.
That young up-and-comer.
That young rookie, Carlos Colon. Definitely not a murderer cover-up.
Or 50.
Or 50.
So yeah, I think that's most of it. Get us on the Twitters at not Scott Henson.
At Sarian Softpaws.
Any other orders of business? Anything else on the docket?
USA?
USA, A-OK?
No, not A-OK.
And speaking of letters, the secret letter is D.